Distraction and wealth transfers are romantically intertwined since the beginning of time.
Don't believe me? I bring three examples for you to review. As the first example, I bring to you an ancient book called The Art of War by Sun Tzu, which I was not aware of until relatively recently through my friend Frostbite, but I did do an internet search on this while I'm waiting for my copy. Sun Tzu heavily used deception and psychological tactics to distract and confuse his enemies, making them misjudge his strength, location, intentions, which was central to his philosophy of achieving victory without direct fighting by manipulating the enemy's perception. He advocated creating illusions, feinting disorder to lower attacks, appearing weak when strong, or vice versa, and making his enemies prepare in multiple places to dilute their forces. As another example, I bring to you Mr. Montague Norman, governor of the Bank of England, while he was addressing the United States Bankers Association in New York City in 1924, in which he stated, "The capital must protect itself in every way possible, both by combination and legislation. Debts must be collected, mortgages foreclosed as rapidly as possible. When through the process of law, the common people lose their homes, they will become more docile and more easily governed through the strong arm of the government applied by a central power of wealth under leading financiers." These truths are well known among our principal men, who are now engaged in forming an imperialism to govern the world. By dividing the voter through the political party system, we can get them to expend their energies in fighting for questions of no importance. It is thus by discreet action we can secure ourselves that which has been so well planned and so successfully accomplished. As a third example, I bring to you the topic of manifest destiny. In the United States history, the term manifest destiny covered most of the 19th century from the War of 1812 until the frontier closed in approximately 1890. The title Manifest Destiny was coined in 1845 by journalist John O'Sullivan. It fueled westward expansion, claiming divine right to spread from the Atlantic to the Pacific, leading to the acquisitions like Texas, Oregon, and Mexican cession. During this time in U.S. history was a complex but often brutal ideology that drove westward expansion through shady dealings like broken treaties, forced placement of Native Americans such as the Trail of Tears, wars such as the Mexican-American War, land grabs, achieving immense territorial growth such as the Louisiana Purchase, Oregon Territory, and Mexican cession. It also involved human and ethical costs, fueling slavery debates and racial justifications for conquest. These are just three of many historic pieces of evidence that I have been made aware of since I started my stacking journey 4.5+ years ago. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, nor do I have the wisdom of Solomon or the omnipotence of God. But I believe that we are facing multiple potential distractions and risks, which means that we are facing the possibility of multiple wealth transfers locally and, more important, globally. Currently, with global issues such as the removal of Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela, the desire to obtain Greenland before the Chinese or Russians do, the recent bombing of Iran, and its current conflict between its government and the citizens there, the war between Russia and Ukraine, the offer to obtain Canada as the 51st state, the conflicts between illegal immigration and certain mayors and governors that are opposing federal officers while they perform their duties, are just some of the many distractions involving our country alone. And let us not forget the long list of multiple disagreements between the left and right political sides of our country. Then you have the national push to bring businesses back to our country. Tariffs, making silver a critical metal in America just before China reduces its silver exportation. Obtaining oil from Venezuela, obtaining mineral rights from Ukraine, and others that I'm sure I'm not aware of. And these are only the things I know of. I certainly don't know what the other major powerful countries in the world are doing, but I'm sure the major players are positioning themselves. I'm not here to pick sides or point fingers, but what I am here to say is that we are in what I believe are very historic times. As I said before, I don't have the omnipotence of God nor the wisdom of Solomon, but I have a high level of intellect despite my limited knowledge to all the facts. Most of us have limited exposure to all the facts unless we are a major player in this global chess game. It is said, never let a crisis go to waste. It is also known that a crisis is an excellent time for wealth transfer. And yet we have a lot of potential crises, so that, in my opinion, this is a new manifest destiny in evolution. None of us know everything that is going on, nor do we have the ability to control it. The dichotomy of the price of silver between the Shanghai Exchange, the LBMA, and the COMEX indicates a price differential between the physical and paper markets is just one of many examples. With silver being both a precious metal and an industrial metal complicates the matters more so than gold. Because of all of this, it might be one of many important reasons that silver prices are climbing in a way never seen before. Because of all of this I just mentioned, I believe there is hidden wealth transfers that have happened, are happening, and will happen in the future. This new manifest destiny feels just like the tabletop game Risk or Axis and Allies, but this time it's real. It's also my opinion that these conflicts and crises all over the globe are and will be justifying inflation and potential justification for the loss of our rights. So what do we do about it? We keep our eyes and ears open. We stay close-knit as a precious metal stacking family and look out for each other. I tell Mrs. Tiger that we can't control what happens in the global, national, or international world. We can only control ourselves and take care of our families. For this reason, it is important to stack food, water, protection, gold, silver, to the best of our abilities. Of course, do not go into debt to buy precious metals. Make sure that you have food and water before precious metals. Keep your loved ones close in order to help them and protect them. With the price of gold and silver going up, do the best you can with what you've got. Obtain and maintain skills that can be used in barter. Reevaluate your stacking strategies to see if they will be beneficial to you under an SHTF situation. Again, keep your eyes open, your ears open, and your wits about you. Remember what was said by Mad-Eye Moody from Harry Potter. Constant vigilance. Trust your instincts. Remember what President Ronald Reagan learned from President Gorbachev, and he would say it to President Gorbachev. Learn it and use it every day.
We have listened to the wisdom in an old Russian maxim. Though my pronunciation may give you difficulty, the maxim is doveryae no proveryae. Trust but verify.
Doviai no proviai. Trust but verify. Despite all this negativity, I ask you to keep the faith. Love each other and love yourselves. Most importantly, trust in our Lord Jesus Christ, for when you cannot do for yourself, our Lord God will look over you and your family. On that note, I wish you all the best. I'll be here for all of you, like I know you are all here for me and my family. God bless all of you, and good night. Tiger Stacker out.